a prisoner of love.
Sissies, we got a treat. They're a friend of the pod. They've been here before, and they're back again.
Back again.
Please welcome Justine and Michael from Love After Lockup, or Life After Lockup.
What's going on,
Hey
guys? How
guys,
you doing?
how's it going?
Hey.
I say Love After because y'all have done all of them at this. I mean, y'all are the old. Do you feel like if you ever like meet other cast members, or do you feel like you two are the ones with the canes that talk about, listen, kiddies?
Yeah, I think we've definitely been the only couple on all the installments and continuous seasons. So I feel like they use this as an example when they're casting now. Like, you guys can be like Mike and Justine or whatever. So
I feel like we've been on so long, and like I feel like we're like a staple. We're like part of the show. We're synonymous at this point.
Yeah.
A lot of girls that are interested in going on the show, and even some females that are on the show currently. A lot of them reach out to me, ask how I do it, ask what they can do with their platform, ask to help me, like point them in the right direction. So and a lot of the girls are.
I'm sorry about that.
A lot of the girls are younger than myself. So, I take them under my wing, try to give them the best advice that I can. But, it's pretty cool.
And a lot of them are, let's say, maybe not as put together.
Yeah, unfortunately. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life has to life for people sometimes, man. You know what I mean? People are not going to learn from your experiences. Yeah. You can give people good advice, and they won't look at it for that and continue to make their mistakes. But, we all learn once we hit that point, For me, it was prison.
I was going to say, I was a mess. If I would have went to prison, maybe I would have grown up a little quicker.
You know what I mean? So
better ways to do it, but yeah. But although you said if you ever went to prison, you said you're immediately just doing drugs.
I said if I'm in prison, I'm already in prison. I should just do drugs.
Listen, you know what's crazy? As a street pharmacist at one point in my life.
Pharmacist, yes, Michael.
There were more drugs available in jail than on the streets.
That's what I've heard from.
I'm just saying.
From my
I'm not gonna say nothing else.
Who have maybe been in jail. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm sure it's quite available.
Well, and you both are such as why we cover this show is because yes, sometimes there's hilarious, ridiculous people like JK, Brooke, and Alex. That whole mess that's some country shit that we grew up with.
we understand it because we grew up with it.
JK's mother has a different shirt with a saying on it every episode. Like
the t-shirts are giving.
But then what we really love about Love After Lockup, and I think you both exemplify this, but we really love Troy and what he's going through, and I think you can speak to this. Well, you both have talked about this. You've talked about it already, kind of like in your season, Michael, like with your daughters, with explaining kind of breaking this cycle of the emotional trauma and impacts that happen when you're younger that kind of put you in prison and led you there. And what's that been like for you now? Do you feel like you're on the other side of that, or does that feel like a day-to-day conversation you're having with your kids? Or
no, I'm definitely on the other side of that now because, last night we had a situation and I think I handled it pretty well. Before the guy would have been knocked out. So I'm learning that, at the end of the day, we create our own reality. So if I allow you to get me upset beyond my character, then you won.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of woosah and understanding that, in a blink of an eye, man, you can make a decision that affects you for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're angry and all it's not good. You know what I mean? It's easy to just, let people know you don't want to be messed with. But I'm 6'3", 250 pounds. I think they get the message. You know what I mean? So I don't really have to say too much. But
no,
just turned on.
But with my children, I try to teach them that, it's not all about punching someone in the face. If you can resolve it by, separating yourselves or speaking, then, go to that. But it's hard. Like I tell Justine, when you're in jail, because you have to be a certain way, and then you come home and it's hard to flip that switch. It's like you're kind of still there, and you handle things at home how you would handle it there. So there's a lot of adjustments that's been made.
Definitely.
I think if I was in prison, I would have to go the other way and be the best prison wife that I could
Well,
be.
that's true.
There's a lot of positions for that too, so you'll fit right in.
Okay, perfect. I would rule that place as queen of all.
Oh, give
Clean up
him
the
2
chair.
weeks. He would have painted on eyebrows, lip
Yes.
gloss, like the
Cola
brown
makeup.
lip. With
Everything
the
is everything there.
frosted.
They use coffee packs of foundation.
He'll
Trust
do
me,
whatever he
it's-
needs to do.
I would. I have a quick question for Justine, talking about dealing with family issues and things like that. We saw you and your mother this season, and she's been in it a little bit, and she's always seemed kind of a tough customer.
Yes.
And it was really interesting. I mean, we haven't seen the last episode, but you kind of opened up to her, and we've seen you kind of be combative before because that's your relationship, and you kind of trying to open up to her, and she just kind of going, well, I don't understand why you do that. And I can say that because my mother, when I try to say something sometimes to her, and she goes, well, I guess I was a terrible mother. I did what I should. And so it's almost like it must have been really hard trying to open up to her, and just her saying, well, I don't know why you're complaining about that. I did whatever I could. I did my best. How does that feel when, and you probably tried it before, but it's just like, how does that work? How does that feel to you?
I would say, the relationship I've had with my mom, we've always had ups and downs, but I will say my mom, she was a single mom. My dad was not around. So she did a lot. She did a lot by herself. And, it was just, we got to a point where, I decided I am an adult and I want to do what I want to do. And I definitely, my teenage years were not easy on her. And I'm seeing that now that my son is 16 and it's coming full circle. So now I'm having, more realization to how I was as a teenager, but I've grown up and I've changed a lot. I feel like the relationship with my mom, it's going in the right direction. Currently, like she's on the other side of my wall right now. Like my mom is in town. My mom is in town, and I feel like currently things are going in the right direction. So I'm happy with where we are right now. I feel like that the conversation that we have on this week's episode, I'm pretty sure it's this week's episode, I feel like that was the first step in trying to break through some things.
Right.
I hold a lot of weight from my dad's absence, and that really affected me as a child. It affected me when I started dating, and I think that those things are just out of her control, the same way that they're out of my control with the absence of my 2 kids' fathers. So I'm hoping for the best, and today I feel like I like where we are, and I feel like she could say the same.
Yeah, great.
This isn't a question; it's more of a comment we talked about. This is in the beginning of the season. But something that you both do that really, like, it made me teary watching it and impacted both of us because we both we grew up in situations where we're typical, gay boy, kind of the best friend of the mother and not really the child in some sense. And you even had a moment when the girls were, I think like in the first episode, when the girls were talking about college and how are they going to pay for this. And you just said, that's not your job. We're the parents. That's our job to worry about that. I even get like a little emotional just saying it.
Good parenting.
I just want to say you both are so, and for other people listening that maybe that's hard to, what is it in you that you're able to keep that stance and keep reiterating that to your children?
Talk about what you think you need to do as parents.
I feel like it's important for us to continue to be transparent, especially with our older 2 girls. I feel like it's important for us to break generational curses. My daughter, Kylie, she's in her junior year of college right now, and she's like flourishing. She's having an amazing time. She's having the time that myself, Michael, nor her father were able to have. And I feel like that's because of my hard work and the transparency and the truth that I've given her over all these years. Kylie is the first one in generations from my family that did not have a child as a teenager. So I feel like, we're doing something right. And I just feel like college is necessary for them. It's not just necessary to get the degree, but it's necessary for the experience. It's necessary to live. Like, you've earned it. Like, let's go. and just enjoy ourselves. I constantly tell the girls, did you guys go anywhere? You guys go down the strip? What's going on with the girl?
It's like a loophole to adulting.
Yeah.
You get to have like your own apartment.
Great way to say
you get to hang out with your friends, but you got to get up and go to school. And you know what? You have to work. And so it's a little taste of adulting.
Before it's real.
Right.
You know what I mean?
To see what's possible.
But now when it's pushed on you, it's pushed out onto you with a degree.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really out there navigating the waters with no direction. You kind of know, well, I went to school for this. I know how to do this. Let's get it popping. But for me, I think what keeps me like on top of my kids is the fact that I didn't have that as a child. So everything that I didn't have, I try to give my children because it's what I wanted. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why we go so hard for our children, because it's like, well, listen, man, I mean, they're all we have, because everyone else is not going to give a fuck about what they do.
Yeah.
Sorry for my language. Like, they see your kid laid out. They see your kid laid out in front of Walmart. They'll record him before they help him up.
Right.
But you see, if I see my child on the floor, I'm going to definitely pick him up. So I try to tell them, like, no one's going to love you like us. Not even your grandmother's, nobody's going to love you like us, because it hits differently. You know what I mean? So, I mean, one of my biggest fears is seeing one of my kids go to prison, because I firsthand know what that's like. You understand? So for me to know that my child is in there, that shit would crush me.
Because that's where you kind of got like that life pause. For me, that's the reason why I'm on my daughter so much about, the pregnancy and teen pregnancy and doing this, because that's where my life halted. So it's like, I don't want you to fall into the same life struggles as I've had to go through. So, I'm going to be on your back like a backpack, and we're going to get through this.
No, my sister-in-law was a teen mom, and they're still together, her and my brother, but when her boys started dating in high school, she was like, I am taking the girl to the clinic and teaching her about birth control. I don't give a
Why
shit.
not?
I didn't allow dating throughout high school. Kylie wasn't allowed to date until she got to college, and she met a really nice guy. He was on the show this season, and we love him. He's amazing, and I'm glad that I kept on her the way I did about dating and stuff like that. I just didn't want her to give up her childhood and her young years and the fun moments for relationships that probably won't work out, and you'll have a chance for all that when the timing is correct.
Totally.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fun moments, maybe it's fun, maybe it's not. First of all, are we seeing a wedding this season? Do we know next episode?
You got a few more episodes to watch, buddy.
But you got a little bit left.
Is mom in town for a wedding?
Who knows? I
mean, we never know. Y'all know I can't give it to you straightforward.
Well, maybe what you can give us to is is Michael working 7 jobs to pay for this fucking wedding?
No, I got a rich baby daddy. He ain't got to work 7 jobs. He's good. He got this.
But it's, I mean, and I think some people, if culture you don't know, like when we saw the venue, I'm like, oh my God, what are they? But I forget that, like, Indian weddings are a big fucking thing.
And the venues in New York. Let's come on. It's in.
No, it's like LA. Yeah, like you can have a wedding in Oklahoma for $10,000, not in New York.
Wedding in Los Angeles would be $50,000
at least. Yeah, at least. So
and that's with lawn chairs.
Yes, that is with lawn chairs. And so so there's been a lot of talk about the financial aspect of the wedding. I know you probably can't say, but have you both come to an agreement on that? Are you both not? Because there was a little push and pull in the beginning.
Listen, okay.
Y'all can't see the video, but Michael's just smiling if you're listening. Yeah. Go ahead.
Listen, when I said $60,000 and then I said I thought I was lowballing, I genuinely thought I was lowballing. Not just because my mom's wedding was extremely expensive, but because, eggs are like $8. Yeah. So I'm like, obviously, true. We got to bring this number up here. And if y'all watched last week's episode, it wasn't me. My father-in-law, he said 250 people from his side of the family. So when I'm throwing out numbers like 60,000, I'm thinking I'm really going low, because that's a lot of people. That's not including my family.
You can't take advice from my dad, and you can't take advice from Sherry, because they like the finer things in life.
Which is why I brought
them. So that's why her wedding was 100 G's. And
That
my dad,
was-
he doesn't, you know what I mean? He drives around $100,000 car. My dad's the shit. You know what I mean? So he exudes that. And where he eats and where he, you know, what he wears. And
yes.
things that they
it's
like.
how he carries himself. You know, he lives by standard. And he doesn't break that for no one. I'm telling you right now. Not even
I'm
for
telling
me.
you, living rent free in our heads. It's just Justine walking around New York in this like Dr. Zhivago coat, the hat,
The styling this season.
just extra sunglasses, just like, I want my wedding, bitch.
And I was there to get it. I was not going to New York for nothing else but to get my wedding.
I just love that your mother's like, you gonna wear those upside down? just completely in her Rhode Island accent. Just
It is. It's great. Now, okay, so we'll start to
just
go ahead, Poodle.
we don't want to take all the time you guys had today. Just a couple of wrap up things. We played last time a game called Crazy or Crazy in Love. Talking about some of the other couples on the show.
Oh yeah, I
remember
this season.
And I was like, no comment.
So that's fine too. Let's talk about Letitia and Keith.
Well,
Crazy or Crazy in Love?
is that the girl with the green hair?
That's the
No, your season's wrong.
No,
he hits a little fast forward a little too much.
Letitia's the one who
Letitia's
is
the one who
facing.
the one who'd be getting the charges. The one I be telling you about. Oh, she be getting the
Oh well, so I mean,
Get the
I
charges.
was about that. So
And
when
Keith,
I first,
the one, the guy with the long hair. Yeah.
yeah. So when I first came home, you know, we were doing credit repair and stuff like that, and I mean, it was going really well. And then blogs started to say how if people sent my information, if they sent me their information, they're crazy because I'm a scammer and all this other shit. Had nothing to do with whatever was going on.
Yeah.
But they were saying how they rather give that girl their information. How ironic, right?
Wonder how they feel now.
How ironic. But the people that dealt with us are driving new cars and living in new houses and stuff. So I mean, you know, hey,
You know what I would say? I would say
she's fucking nuts.
she's batshit crazy. Batshit crazy.
We would agree with you.
Nuts.
What are your thoughts on the kind of throuple of Demadric, Kiana, and Joella?
Okay, I'm gonna say on this one because I personally like Kiana a lot. I feel like she's a good young woman. I feel like she has a lot of potential. I feel like she is crazy in love with Demadric.
Yeah.
Flip to the other side, Joella. I think Joella is nuts, but I think she's crazy in love with that man too.
I do.
I think you know, she sees her life, her family, things that they built together. And I think that she's crazy in love with him. But, you know, she a little crazy, too, because that tire story just wasn't sitting with me.
No.
Fully correct. So we think she's a little crazy.
Maybe we wind up with maybe the wildest couple this season and just how quickly it went. That would be Will and Courtney in Portland, who we still don't really know. We got one more episode later what really happened, and it's just so strange. Her actions, what is still what we're probably going to say forever. So Will and Courtney, was she scamming him? Was there feelings?
Listen, man,
She's crazy.
2025. Everything is blurred lines, man. We're talking about, you know what I mean? People don't live off of social media.
They don't love him.
Yeah,
everything. I feel like everything is influenced, and some people are there for a check. Some people are there for, you know.
No, but I feel like we've seen a lot of that kind of stuff, like through our jail experience. You know, we were the upper echelon of his jail. Like everybody loved us, everybody knew us. But we've seen a lot of crazy people come through, a lot of lies, a lot of deceiving. You know,
they would send her cash apps so they can send the baby mother cash app. So they'll have the girlfriend send Justine a cash app, so Justine can send it to the baby. It was like a lot of like nasty, stupid shit.
But I think that she's crazy. I think she's crazy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, anyway, you guys, it's always great to talk to you.
It's wonderful, and we're excited. We're very excited. The season finale of Life After Lockup. It airs Friday, October 3rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Pacific Time on WeTV, and streaming the same day on All Black and AMC Plus. It literally is our favorite delectable candy of a show with such heart. And so thank you for being on it and giving us your time.
Of course. And
Thank
don't
you,
forget,
guys.
Montana Mills with a Z, Roller Coaster of Life, October 7th.
October
Oh,
7th,
yes.
coming.
Pimp
coming.
your shit. Pimp
It's
your
coming.
shit.
And let me tell you something. It's we have a lot of big people behind it. So
You're a
It's the
good
best.
rapper.
It's the best work
Thank you.
he's ever done, guys.
You're a good rapper. And we've had some people on this show that
Really shitty rappers.
yeah.
yeah, I know.
You're amazing.
My numbers tell me I'm good. So
Definitely check it out, October 7th. It's the best work he's ever done. So trust me.
Thank you guys so much. Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
of
Thank you,
course,
guys.
of course.
All right.
Thank you, Jake. Thanks, Matt.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Lock me up, roll away the key. I'm just a prisoner of love. I'm doing time, I'm doing fine. I'm just a prisoner of love.